haven't called in a while. There are a lot of videos showed up last week about whole life insurance, how good it is. I want you to tell us all about it, what is really good about it. They say the dividends will compound very fast, and you can borrow your money from it with hardly any interest to pay it back, and you still have the death benefit. It sounds too good to be true. What is the real story on the whole life insurance? And when you get old, they say you can start taking payments out of it, like a check every month.
Yeah, so 90% of the time, it doesn't work like that at all. It is very expensive. If you need life insurance, you ought to buy term life insurance if you need life insurance. So needing means that if you get called home, somebody in your family is going to suffer financial hardship as a result of your death. And for that, you ought to insure it. That's not the case with a lot of people. Maybe they don't have that financial risk. If life insurance is life insurance, whether it's whole life or term, it is not an investment. It should never be looked upon as an investment. There is no way that life insurance is ever going to be as good an investment as an investment. It'll be life insurance, but it's not an investment. The idea that someday when you get older, you're going to be taking money out. And the fact of the matter is the vast majority of whole life insurance ends up never paying because most people will stop paying the premium or will never reach the point that their dividends from the money they have in will maintain the level that they need so they don't have to pay a premium, because the mortality charges, the fees they charge, go up and up as you get older. Eventually, your cash value will start to go down, not up. And of course, if you look at their illustrations, they say a different picture. And I always tell people that have whole life insurance policies, grab your policy, look at the last pages of the policy. In that last pages of the policy is the illustration that you were given when you bought the policy. I guarantee you that the numbers that are showing on the last page that are the reason why you bought it aren't even close to where the actual value of the policy is at that time. And every time I say this, somebody calls and says, I did that, and wow, you are absolutely right. It's all about the illustration, and they use numbers that are very unrealistic for growth. So, for instance, this year could be enough to wipe out all the growth that they have, and you're starting over again. But the numbers that you've been shown looks like it's going to do very well. All I can say is, you do what you think is right, but if you truly are looking for an investment, life insurance is not, nor has it ever been, an investment. It's an insurance product that agents sell as investments, but it's not an investment. If you want to put money into an investment, then you need to go and open up an account and put it into S&P 500 or put it into an investment somewhere where it will grow as the market grows. But if you need life insurance, then you ought to have term life insurance that is going to carry you for the time in which you need to ensure that financial hardship. And at that point, and when it's over, let's say you have a 30-year term, the end of 30 years, the idea being you don't need it anymore. Your mortgage is paid for. Your kids are through school. Your 401k is very large. It's, your savings is good. You don't need life insurance. And it's so much less money that you can still afford to put money into your investments and have the insurance protection that you need. So I am not for it. Of course, you're hearing one side of the story when you read all the propaganda coming from them. But if you ask them for guarantees of that, they won't give it to you. So you can ask, you should ask, but you want it in writing that all of those things are guaranteed. That the illustration that you have been shown, you need to ask them, I want it in writing. I want it guaranteed. If it is, I'll do it. They can't do that. They won't do it because it doesn't work that way. So, and they'll say, well, we're not allowed to put things in writing. No, they're allowed to put anything they want in writing as long as it's true. It has to be factual. So the National Insurance Commission allows them to put anything in writing, but they can't put illustrations that are on assumptions of numbers. They can't put that in writing as a guarantee because it's not a guarantee. It's not true. So if they're willing to guarantee it, that it's going to be exactly like you think it is, so whatever you think it's going to be like based on what you've been told, you need to tell them, this is how I understand it. This is what you've told me. Would you put that in writing? And if they do, then do it. If they don't, then walk away.
Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.tv. That's FISM.tv.